Hello again and welcome back to the Mighty Dash in Air Canada Jazz livery. We are at KHQM Bowerman Airport on the beautiful Grays Harbor in Washington State. We are on a series of positioning flights that will bring us back to Canada and ultimately end us up in Montreal at CYUL. Today's leg is going to go from Bowerman right here. He says as he calls up his web browser, pointing at everything but the route. Right here, KHQM. We're going to go to the Whidbey Island VOR, proceed northeast from there to Abbotsford into Canada, and then we're going to proceed along, if you look at it right here, just south of the Fraser River into Chilliwack. Now, Chilliwack happens to be, if I'm not mistaken, a stop along the old Canadian Pacific Railway, and I only remember that because years ago as a kid, I took one of the world's greatest trips, which was from Jasper, Alberta, down to Vancouver on Via Rail on the old Canadian National route, which went along the north side of the Fraser River here, and the CP, the Canadian Pacific, went along the south side, and at the time they still had competing passenger trains. So we were on the Supercon, the Supercontinental, which is the Via Rail Canadian National train, and just to the south of us on the CP tracks was the Canadian, and it was a absolutely beautiful train. Ours was a beautiful train. We had dome cars wall to wall, so you could look out, see the mountains, and see everything else. It was just goddamn beautiful. So what I'm going to do is, as we head back into Canada, I'm going to recreate the route in reverse. So we're going to go from Chilliwack, and I think we're going to go to Kelowna, and then from there we're going to go to Castlegar, and then from there to someplace just south of Calgary, and then head across the Great Plains of Canada into Toronto, and then into Montreal with appropriate weird music and stupid commentary along the way from yours truly. So here we are. There's the dash. We're fueled up. We're on the runway. We're wasting time. We've got our altitude set. We've got our route plugged in, which is a very simple route. It is going to be to these two VORs and then on to Chilliwack, which does not have any published instrument procedures. So here's hoping that the weather is good. I'm going to spin our heading bug around to runway heading. I'm going to very, very quickly turn on our pumps and our standbys and our auto feather. I'm going to set our flaps to flaps 10. I'm going to pull back our trim right there. Chirp, chirp, chirp. And that gets us there. Our V1 is 117. Turn our bleeds to min. I'm going to very, very quickly turn our anti-icing off. Turn our approach lights on. Turn our fasten seatbelt sign on. See that our packs are on. They are. Our ignitions are normal. That's all good. And I do believe, if I'm not mistaken, we are good to go. I have not tuned in the first VOR yet in our ARC-DO, and the ARC-DO is this right here, which is the automatic radio control display unit, if I'm not mistaken, ARCDU. And the other thing I'm going to check is our rudder trim, which ought to be, well, it shouldn't be 18 right, it should be at about 10 right. It's to counteract the enormous effect of the giant props from the Mighty Dash. Props are full, power levers are disc. We are in LNAV mode. And there's our route. Let me just quickly zoom out. And that is it, and that is good. Our acceleration altitude is 1,000 feet above field, which is correct. That's the point where we're going to pull our props right there back to 900, nose down slightly, and get cooking. So, with all that said, I've checked our weather, our altimeter is set, and let's go. Off comes the parking brake. Double check that. It is off. Gust lock is off. Trim is fine. So we're going to look first for 80 knots, and then we're going to look for our V1 and V rotate, which is 117 knots. And then we're going to pitch up to right here. We're going to follow as soon as we fly runway heading for a minute or two. We're going to follow the flight director, and we're going to turn to the north-northwest. We will engage at some point IAS mode for the climb at about 190 knots, and then play a bunch of cheesy music, and then make our approach into Chilliwack and hope that our conditions are good enough. If not, we're going to have to divert probably to Kelowna, and we certainly have enough fuel to do it, so we are cool there. So here we go. Check that our power is stable. Set takeoff power. Look for 90%, which is end top, which is normal takeoff power. It is set. Our props are set. Our auto feather is engaged. Our governor is engaged. And there we go. We're already at VREF, and so we'll gently pull up to our magenta bar right there and trim down. Gear can come up now because we're stable, and we're just waiting for 1,000 feet, at which point we'll pull the props back, and here it comes. Back come the props. We'll turn to our course, start to bring up the flaps. That's flaps 5, and you notice the nose dips down just a little bit. And flaps 0. And up comes our speed. I'm looking for 190, at which point I will set IAS mode at about 190. I'll do that, by the way, by hitting this button right here. I actually have a key bound to it. We're in IMC right now, so I'm looking entirely at our artificial horizon, and I'm saying to myself over and over again, as if it is a mantra, this is the plane, this is the plane, this is the plane, so I don't get confused. Alright, we're going to nose up just a little bit so we get to 190, which is just about our best climb. Retrimming. Trimming our rudder just a little bit. There we go. And I am going to get us in IAS mode right now. It's not a bad speed to climb. And I'm going to engage the autopilot mainly so I can do some housekeeping. And by that I mean turn off auto feather, turn off our auxes and pumps, turn our bleeds to normal so our windows don't fog over and our passengers don't complain. And even though we're a little shy of 10,000, I'm going to turn off the lights because I don't want to be busy doing it later. Turn off the fasten seatbelt sign. We're in clear air, and I'm also going to take note of the fact that we are maintaining pressurization just fine, and so that's good. The other thing I'm going to be looking out for is I'm going to be looking at this display right here and looking right down here to see if it says it's detected icing, and then I'll deal with it appropriately. So we'll square up our heading bug. I've also got that bound to a joystick controller key. We'll take note of the fact that alt cell is engaged, which means when we get to 19,000 or flight level 190, we will stop there. And as I start to take my feet off the rudder pedal, I'm going to start to use the rudder trim just a little bit. Just a little bit of right rudder trim right there. Alright, we're set, we're climbing, and now that we are climbing, I wanted to play you a little Gordon Lightfoot, but my app won't let me, so we'll start out with a little bit of Harry Nilsson.
My old desk does an arabesque in the morning when I first arrive. It's a pleasure to see it's waiting there for me to keep my hopes alive. Such a comfort to know it's got no place to go, it's always there. It's the one thing I've got, a huge success, my good old desk. My old desk never needs a rest, and I've never once heard it cry. I've never seen it teased, it's always there to please me from 9 to 5. Such a comfort to know it's dependable and slow, but it's always there. It's the one friend I've got, the giant of all times, my good old desk. Ooh ah, ooh ah, 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 ah. Ooh ah, ooh ah, ah. My old desk isn't picturesque, but it's happy as a desk could be. We never say a word, but it's perfectly alright with me. For when my heart's on the floor, I just open the drawer of my favorite guest. And what do I see but a picture of me working at my good old desk. Ooh ah, ooh ah, ah, ah.
Son, and when his daddy would visit, he'd come along. When they gathered around and started talking, Cousin Billy would take me walking. Out through the backyard we go walking. Then he looked into my eyes. Lord knows to my surprise, the only one who could ever reach me was the son of a preacher man. The only boy who could ever teach me was the son of a preacher man. Yes, he was. Yes, he was. Being good isn't always easy, no matter how hard I try. When he started sweet talking to me, he'd come and tell me everything is alright. He'd kiss and tell me everything's alright. Can I get away again tonight? The only one who could ever reach me was the son of a preacher man. The only boy who could ever teach me was the son of a preacher man. Yes, he was. He was. Lord knows he was. Yes, he was. How well I remember the look was in his eyes, stealing kisses from me on the slide, taking time to make time, telling me that he's all mine, learning from each other's knowing, looking to see how much we've grown, and the only one who could ever reach me was the son of a preacher man. The only boy who could ever teach me was the son of a preacher man. Yes, he was. He was. Oh, yes, he was. The only one who could ever reach me. He was the sweet talking son of a preacher man. The only boy who could ever teach me. I guess he was the son of a preacher. The only one who could ever move me sweet was the son of a preacher. The only one who could ever
It's getting to the point where I'm no fun anymore.
I am sorry.
Sometimes it hurts so badly I must cry out loud.
I am lonely.
I am yours, you are mine, you are what you are. You make it hard. Remember what we've said and done and felt about each other.
Oh, babe, have mercy.
Don't let the past remind us of what we are not now.
I am not grieving.
I am yours, you are mine, you are what you are. You make it hard.
Tearing yourself away from me now. You are free, and I am crying. This does not mean I don't love you. I do. That's forever. Yes, and for always.
I am yours, you are mine, you are what you are. You make it hard. Something inside is telling me that I've got your secret.
Are you still listening?
Here is the lock and laughter, the key to your heart.
And I love you.
I am yours, you are mine, you are what you are. You make it hard, and you make it hard, and you make it hard, and you make it hard. Friday evening, Sunday in the afternoon. What have you got to lose? Tuesday morning, please be gone, I'm tired of you. What have you got to lose?
Can I tell it like it is? Listen to me, baby. It's my heart that's a suffering, it's a dying, and that's what I have to lose.
I've got an answer. I'm going to fly away. What have I got to lose? Will you come see me Thursdays and Saturdays?
Hey, hey, hey.
What have you got to lose?
brown canary, ruby-throated sparrow, sing the song, don't be long, thrill me to the marrow. Voices of the angel ring around the moonlight, asking me, say she's so free, how can you catch the sparrow? Lacy lilting lyric, losing love lamenting, change my life, make it right, be my lady. Sunset in your eyes, traveling the train through clear Moroccan skies. Ducks and pigs and chickens call, animal carpet wall to wall, American ladies 5 foot tall and blue, sweeping cobwebs from the edges of my mind. Had to get away to seek what we could find. Hope the days that lie ahead bring us back to where they've led. Listen not to what's been said to you. Would you know we're riding on the Marrakesh Express? Would you know we're riding on the Marrakesh Express? They're taking me to Marrakesh, all on board the train, all on board the train. I've been saving all my money just to take you there. I smell the garden in your hair. Take the train to Casablanca going south. Blowing smoke rings from the corners of my mouth. Gold cockles hang in the air, charming cobras in the square. Striped leathers we can wear at home. Well, let me hear you now. Would you know we're riding on the Marrakesh Express? Would you know we're riding on the Marrakesh Express? They're taking me to Marrakesh. Would you know we're riding on the Marrakesh Express? Would you know we're riding on the Marrakesh Express? They're taking me to Marrakesh, all on board the train, all on board the train, all on board. had green eyes like yours, milady, like yours. She'd walk down through the garden in the morning after it rained. Peacocks wandered aimlessly underneath an orange tree. Why can't she see me? Guinevere drew pentagrams like yours, milady, like yours. Late at night, when she thought that no one was watching at all, on the wall, she shall be free. As she turns her gaze down the slope to the harbor where I lay, anchored for a day. Guinevere had golden hair like yours, milady, like yours. Streaming out when we'd ride through the warm wind down by the bay. Yesterday, seagulls circle endlessly, I sing in silent harmony. We shall be free.
Okay, just a quick update. We are heading to the Whatcom VOR, and out of there we're going to go on the 044 heading, and that'll take us to Chilliwack.
Do you think of me and how you left me crying? Are you thinking of telephones and managers and where you got to be at noon? You are living a reality I left years ago. It quite nearly killed me. In the long run, it will make you cry, make you crazy, old before your time. And the difference between me and you, I won't argue right or wrong, but I have you are living a reality I left years ago. It quite nearly killed me. In the long run, it will make you cry, make you crazy, old before your time. And the difference between me and you, I won't argue right or wrong, but I have time to cry, my baby. You don't have to cry, I said cry, my baby. You don't have to cry, I said cry, my baby. You don't have to cry.
If you smile at me, I will understand. 'Cause that is something everybody everywhere does in the same language. I can see by your coat, friend, you're from the other side. Just one thing I got to know. Can you tell me please? One. Say, can I have some of your purple berry? Yes, I've been eating them for 6 or 7 weeks now. Haven't got sick once. Probably keep us both alive. Wooden ships on the water, very free and easy. Easy, you know the way it's supposed to be. Silver on the shoreline, let us be. Talking about very free and easy. Horror grips us as we watch you guide. All we can do is echo your anguished cries. Stare as all human feelings die. We are leaving, you don't need us.
a sister, then by the hand, lead her away from this foreign land, far away, where we might laugh again. We are leaving, you don't need.
It's a fair wind blowing warm out of the south on my shoulder. Guess I'll set a course and go.
Holding you close, undisturbed before the fire.
Look around me, I can see my life before me, running rings around the way it used to be. I am older now, I have more than what I wanted, but I wish that I had started long before I did. And there's so much time to make up everywhere you turn, time we have wasted on the way. So much water moving underneath the bridge. Let the water come and carry us away. Oh, when you were young, did you question all the answers? Did you envy all the dancers who had all the nerve? Look around you now, you must go for what you wanted. Look at all my friends who did and got what they deserve. So much time to make up everywhere you turn, time we have wasted on the way. So much water moving underneath the bridge. Let the water come and carry us away. So much love to make up everywhere you turn, love we have wasted on the way. So much water moving underneath the bridge. Let the water come and carry us away. Let the water come and carry us away.
Got out of town on a boat from the southern islands, sailing to reach before a following sea. She was making for the trades on the outside and the downhill run to Papa Ete. Off the wind on this heading line, the Marquesas got 80 feet of a water line, nicely making way in a noisy bar in Avalon. I tried to call you, but on a midnight watch I realized why twice you ran away. Think about how many times I had fallen. Spirits are using me, Lord, your voice is calling. What heaven brought you and me cannot be forgotten. I have been around the world, looking for that woman girl who knows love can endure, and you know it will. When you see the Southern Cross for the first time, you understand now why you came this way. 'Cause the truth you might be running from is so small, but it's as big as the promise of a coming day. So I'm sailing for tomorrow, my dreams are dying, and my love is an anchor tied to you, tied with a silver chain. I have my ship and all her flags are a-flying. She is all that I have left, and music is her name. Think about how many times I have fallen. Spirits are using me, Lord, your voice is calling. What heaven brought you and me cannot be forgotten. I have been around the world, looking for that woman girl who knows love can endure, and you know it will, and you know it will. So we cheated and we lied and we tested, and we never failed to fail. It was the easiest thing to do. You will survive being bested. Somebody fine will come along, make me forget about loving you in the Southern Cross.
Waking stream of consciousness on a sleeping street of dreams. Thoughts like scattered leaves, slowed in mid-fall to the streams of fast running rivers of choice and chance, and time stops here
on the delta while they dance, while they child who steers this riverboat, but lately he's crazy for the deep. The river seems dreamlike in the daytime, and someone keeps thinking in my